Panama. A sliver of land, a bridge between continents, a country caught between two oceans. Forget what you think you know about spring break and shady offshore banking. This place is a crossroads, a melting pot of cultures, histories, and landscapes that'll make your head spin. We're talking dense jungles, pristine beaches, and vibrant cities pulsing with life. Panama is where the old world meets the new, where indigenous traditions blend with modern influences. We'll explore the gritty underbelly of Panama City, get lost in the cloud forest, and maybe even chase down some legendary Panamanian rum. So buckle up, kids. This ain't your average vacation slideshow. We're going deep into the heart of Panama. We're going to find the real deal, the hidden gems, the places where the soul of this country comes alive. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Alright, let's get oriented. Panama, for those of you who slept through geography class, sits right at the very bottom of Central America. See that little curve of land that looks like it's about to break off and drift away? That's our girl. To the west you've got Costa Rica, land of pura vida and questionable surf camp vibes. To the east, the untamed wilds of Colombia beckon. And don't forget, Panama's got that whole two-ocean thing going on. On one side, the Pacific, vast and unforgiving. On the other, the Caribbean, warm, inviting, and full of secrets. But Panama ain't just some geographical footnote. This little strip of land is a strategic choke point, a vital artery for global trade. For centuries, empires have fought for control of this place. And that brings us to the big kahuna, the reason we're all really here. The Panama Canal. That 50-mile stretch of engineering genius that changed the world.
Let's talk weather, because in Panama, it's kind of a big deal. We're talking tropical vibes, people. Think lush rainforests, steamy jungles, the kind of heat that wraps around you like a warm, damp blanket. You've got two seasons here, the dry season, which runs from December to April, and the rainy season, which goes from May to November. Now don't let the names fool you. Even in the dry season, you might get caught in a sudden downpour. And during the rainy season, well, let's just say you better pack a poncho. But here's the thing about the rain in Panama. It's not like the soul-crushing drizzle you get back home. This is the kind of rain that makes the jungle come alive. The kind that washes away the grime and leaves the air smelling fresh and clean. Temperature-wise, you're looking at a balmy 75 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. So yeah, pack light, my friends.
So, you're itching to get your Panama on, huh? I don't blame you. But before you book that flight, let's talk strategy. When it comes to visiting Panama, timing is everything. Now, if you're the kind of traveler who likes things predictable, sunny and dry, then the dry season from December to April is your jam. This is peak season, baby. The sun is shining, the skies are blue, and the beaches are calling your name. But be warned, everyone else has the same idea. Expect bigger crowds, pricier hotels, and maybe a little competition for that perfect hammock spot. But hold on, don't dismiss the rainy season just yet. From May to November, Panama transforms into a lush green paradise. Think waterfalls cascading down mountainsides, rivers overflowing with life, and a sense of tranquility you won't find during the crowded dry season. Plus, you'll save some cash and maybe even have some of those pristine beaches all to yourself. And hey, if you're a jazz aficionado, you might want to swing by in January for the Panama Jazz Festival.
Alright, let's talk logistics. Nobody wants to get stuck in passport purgatory, right? The good news is, Panama is pretty chill when it comes to entry requirements. Most folks, especially if you're coming from the good old US of A, Canada, or the EU, can waltz right in with just a tourist card. That's right, no visa needed for a short stay. But listen up, because there are a few catches. First off, that passport of yours, make sure it's got at least 6 months of life left in it. Panama ain't messing around with expired documents. And while you're at it, double-check those visa regulations. They can change faster than the price of a taxi ride in this town. Now, health is wealth, my friends, especially when you're traveling. Panama's no different. Depending on where you're coming from, you might need a yellow fever vaccination. And for God's sake, get travel insurance.
Panama's culture is a wild, intoxicating mix, a reflection of its tumultuous history and strategic location. You've got indigenous tribes who've called this land home for centuries, their traditions woven into the fabric of Panamanian life. Then there's the Spanish influence, a legacy of colonialism that's left its mark on everything from the language to the architecture. And let's not forget the Africans brought over during the slave trade who enriched the culture with their music, their food, their very spirit. And then, of course, there's the Caribbean influence, a vibrant blend of rhythms, flavors, and a laid-back vibe that's impossible to resist. Music is the lifeblood of Panama. You'll hear it everywhere, in the streets, in the bars, even drifting out of people's homes. Listen for the sounds of tamborito, a traditional folk music that'll get your feet tapping. And if you're lucky, you might even stumble across a dance performance. The dancing here is all about passion, rhythm, and letting loose. And the food, don't even get me started. Panamanian cuisine is a delicious fusion of flavors, a celebration of fresh ingredients and bold spices. We're talking hearty stews like sancocho, which is basically a love letter to chicken and vegetables. And then there's patacones, fried plantains that are crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and absolutely addictive. The Panama Canal is a symbol of Panama's connection to the world, its role as a global crossroads.
Listen up, folks. Staying healthy on the road is non-negotiable. Nobody wants to spend their vacation laid up in bed with a nasty case of traveler's diarrhea, right? So let's talk about staying safe and healthy in Panama. The good news is, Panama's got your back, especially if you're in Panama City. They've got decent hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies stocked with everything you might need. But listen up, if you're venturing off the beaten path into those remote villages and jungles, don't expect a state-of-the-art medical facility around every corner. Packing a basic medical kit is just common sense, people. Band-aids, painkillers, something for an upset stomach, you know the drill. And if you're on any prescription medications, make sure you've got enough to last your trip, plus some extra just in case. And for the love of all that is holy, get travel insurance.
Let's be real, folks. Bad things can happen anywhere, even in paradise. But that doesn't mean you have to walk around with your head on a swivel, paranoid about every shadow. Panama's generally a pretty safe place to travel, especially if you use your common sense. Like any big city, Panama City has its share of shady characters and areas you might want to avoid, especially at night. Don't be flashing your cash around like a drunken sailor on shore leave. Keep your valuables close, be aware of your surroundings, and you'll be fine. And if you're heading off the grid into the jungles or remote islands, it's always a good idea to let someone know where you're going and when you expect to be back. A little precaution goes a long way. Just be smart, be respectful, and you'll have the time of your life.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks. You're in Panama, you've got limited time, and you want to see the best of the best. I got you. Here are 5 spots that'll make you fall head over heels for this country. First up, the Panama Canal. You can't come to Panama and not witness this marvel of engineering. Watch in awe as massive ships from all corners of the globe navigate the locks, a testament to human ingenuity and the interconnectedness of our world. Next, we're heading to Bocas del Toro, an archipelago of islands on the Caribbean side. Think turquoise waters, pristine beaches, and a laid-back vibe that'll make you want to ditch your phone and stay forever. This is the Panama of your tropical dreams. Now let's step back in time and explore Casco Viejo, the historic district of Panama City. Wander through cobblestone streets, admire the colonial architecture, and soak up the atmosphere of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Just watch your step. Those cobblestones are murder on the ankles. For a taste of paradise, hop on a boat and head to the Blas Islands. This archipelago of over 365 islands is home to the Gunayala indigenous people. Here you'll find picture-perfect beaches, crystal clear waters, and a way of life that's remained virtually unchanged for centuries. And finally, for the adventurers out there, a hike up Volcan Baru is a must.
Panama. It's more than just a canal, more than a stopover on a cruise ship itinerary. It's a country with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a natural beauty that will take your breath away. From the bustling streets of Panama City to the tranquil beaches of the San Blas Islands, Panama has something to offer every traveler. So what are you waiting for? Book that ticket, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of Panama. And hey, if you enjoyed this little taste of Panama, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Globe Bit YouTube channel for more exciting videos about travel and culture. We'll see you on the road.